Well, hello again, people. So, our ride today is going to be a fairly relaxing one along the coast at the north end of the Costa Daurada. So, starting here in San Salvador, near Comaruga and the station of San Vicente de Caldes, and going up the seaside promenades here, which you're allowed to ride on all the way up here outside of some of the summer months where they do get a bit crowded. So do keep that in mind what time of year it is. Finishing up here in Cunit. And along the coast here, there is a little bit of history as we still see some of the defensive structures going back to the Spanish Civil War to protect the coast. And also, they are restoring the old salt marshes along here currently, so those are really coming back to life. So there's a bit of sort of wildlife here as well. If you're a twitcher, bird watcher, then there are lots of species here you can encounter. Not sure how many cyclists, also bird watchers, but this is another draw to the area. I've added a little bit of a detour here up to the Castel de Santa Creu, up here in the old medieval Calafé Old Town, and that's well worth a look. A little bit of a climb up there, but up to you. I mean, if you're really just up for a pure relaxing recovery ride, then you can stick to the coast there. But I would recommend it 'cause it's really nice up in the old town. So that's about all you need to know at this point. So we shall now come to the video. Okay, so we're starting in San Salvador and we're rolling along the seaside promenade here towards Calafé. There's some lovely old houses along here, and as you can see, we're in November here and a few pedestrians around, although these do get, as I mentioned in the intro, more crowded during tourist season. Just coming up on the left in a minute is the Pau Casals Museum, including a restaurant there. So Pau Casals being the acclaimed cellist and composer who was born and lived around these parts, in fact in that very building. And as you can see, you're okay to cycle up here, but I mean, do take care of the pedestrians. I mean, don't go thrashing around, always be considerate. And we're just coming up to the bridge over the River Bisbal, where it joins the sea. So this flows down from the hills to the north. And this is where I mentioned before, you'll see a lot of bird species. There are herons around here and moorhen and all sorts. And here's our first bunker of the day, dating back to the Civil War, but it has quite an interesting story attached to it because there was a family that lived here for about 4 years between 1949 and 1953. And there's also a rendering here of Picasso's Guernica, which commemorated the bombing of Guernica city in the Basque Country in the Spanish Civil War. So the family that lived here, they had 5 kids, one of whom was actually born in the bunker. They came from the south of Spain looking for a better life, as many people did at the time, but initially had to go through some hardship. So there they are, and there's them in better times after they were rehoused in the local area. And just crossing the river here by road, although you can continue over the bridge and go along a gravel trail if you like. And on the left here we've got the restored wetlands I mentioned before, Les Madrigueras. And under the railway. So we're on a little detour now going towards the medieval village of Calafell, Old Calafell, and the Castel de Santa Creu, which dates back to the 11th century and was part of this network of castles when dating back to when this area was really the front line between Moorish Spain and the Catalan counties. Apparently Calafell, the name, actually is of Arabic origin itself, a kalat in Arabic being a fortress. So we'll have a little roll around Calafell's medieval streets, just coming into the main plaza here. So here we have the town hall and also the Santa Creu church. We have quite a lot of these informational plaques here that will give you a bit of the history. Oh yeah, on the left here is a yoga studio which I have frequented. Espai Sauca. It's a really nice old building there, it's a really nice space. Struggling a bit to ride one-handed around this. I had the camera on a handle thingy. Yeah, you can get in the castle for, I think it's about €4 for the entry, but check the opening times obviously, because most times I've been up here it's been closed. But yeah, look at these lovely old medieval streets here. Okay, so we're back down by the sea here and we get another view of the wetlands there. And we can roll along here towards the maritime quarter of Calafell. It's a very nice looking hotel here, the Meridian Ra. It's very sort of colonial looking. Now this is the part where it bottlenecks a bit, but as you can see today, not too crowded, but in tourist season it will be a lot more crowded and there are restrictions. But yeah, this is a really nice section here. You've got a lot of nice little bars and restaurants, a lovely bit of beach there, and the Fishermen's Confederation building here. And we cross another little river here as it flows into the sea. So we're heading for that pier up there, and you can see here we've got this grassland, and there has been a real effort over the recent years to restore the environment here, because of course when development started in the early 20th century, a lot of this was negatively affected. I think people believed that wetlands were problematic and spread diseases, so they were unfortunately drained. But you live and learn, and now they're working on restoring them. There's a nice view back down the coast here. There's a few bars and restaurants around here as well, and this marina on the right. And another one of these little rivers that flows into the sea here. So these really are what feed the wetlands. And another good example of these, how these salt marshes have been restored. And again, lots of information there about the wildlife you'll see there. So we've got the railway station of Cunit on the left, and we're just coming up to our last site of the video, which is another bunker. And you can also see some of the old sea defences there on the right. So here's our second Civil War bunker. Obviously it's been restored, and if we have a look inside we can see there's still a soldier in there. I think no one told him the war's over. Okay, so there we go for now. I will make a part 2 to this where we'll continue on through Villanova and Sitges, but that's it for now. So thanks for joining me. See you in the next one.